Yeah, any of these? I mean, I'm good wherever you are. Pilots usually aren't that interesting to me. I wouldn't mind just jumping right into like.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see that. I have seen it somewhat recently.
Really,
I mean,
I don't think I've seen the show in 30 years.
Yeah,
I forgot Gary Coleman was in it.
Oh, I think he just had an episode.
Have you seen Gary Coleman and Buck Rogers?
Yeah. A couple times.
Right. I couldn't remember if that was season 1 or 2, but yeah. Is that him in a wig?
Yeah.
What does it say? After not finding a date
for Derek to take to the big dance, Ricky poses as a girl of Derek's dreams. You want to watch that one?
Sure. I saw a Saved by the Bell on Netflix not long ago where Zach dresses up as a girl for Scream.
I have seen every Saved by the Bell like 20 times. So.
Oh, okay.
I totally remember that.
Okay, yeah. It was familiar to me, but I don't. It's all a blur. Saved by the Bell is a blur to me. I've probably seen most of them.
Yeah. This song, like when I go to theme songs, like binges, this song is always one of my choices, though.
Okay.
Have you listened to the theme song?
I don't remember it. No, I'm excited to hear it.
Okay.
So just really quickly, my memories of this show, I remember watching it on the black and white TV in our kitchen. My mom would be like making dinner or whatever, and I would watch it. And I remember the train in the kids' room. So I barely remember this. Or in the kids' house.
You know, Erin Gray is kind of just not attractive.
Yeah, I found that
sometimes
in hindsight, that's true.
Like, I mean, she kind of is, but like the more that you look at her, the more you're like, there's a little something off about her.
Well, I'm thinking that especially in this, what we've just seen, I think she has more of a chance in her little outfits than Buck.
Yeah. I mean, she's cute, but she's just not like what you would think of as like leading lady type of cute for
agreed.
attractive.
Is Schroeder still working in public?
I think so. I know he wasn't he on one of those cop shows for a while or something?
That sounds about right. Yeah, like a CSI type of thing, or Blue, New York Blue, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never watched a single one of those type of shows.
You know what? I've never watched a CSI, a Law and Order,
Hill Street Blues.
Nothing ever. Not once. Not once. Like literally never. That shit doesn't interest me.
No, I am the same way. Even like The Wire. Everybody tells me I need to watch The Wire. I'm like, I don't really want to watch The Wire.
Yeah, I hear like interviews on NPR with like Wire actors and stuff.
Yeah.
There's always references to The Wire and like the great writing and authenticity of all this, and it's just good for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to watch Silver Spoons and Buck Rogers.
Certainly hope I've struck the right balance between understated elegance and total awesomeness, man. You know what I mean?
For sure, you know.
One thing that I always find when I'm watching these old shows too now is that the further we get away from that era, laugh tracks are so hard to take sometimes.
Yeah, because I was thinking nothing in that opening scene was funny, but they were laughing so hard at everything. Like, it was nothing funny.
I know. They like pause for laughs after they hit their jokes, and it's just weird. It's like I haven't watched TV like that in so long that it's so.
That's a little disorienting.
Yeah. But they're doing a performance, and then it's having like a.
It just takes you out of it constantly.
Yeah.
It's my own homemade love potion.
Love potion?
All you gotta do is mix a little ginger ale, some 7-Up, and a little bit of Dr. Pepper. Then you throw in a vitamin E tablet.
Who the fuck is this kid, man? Is he gonna give them drugs here in this thing?
It's a love potion. This is a 12-year-old party, right?
What's that? Look out!
Oh, I see where this is going, man. He owes him his life now.
Yeah, that's why he becomes Gloria Stevenson.
Yeah. Now he's a slave forever.
The life debt. This is when Ricky. This is when, what's his name in the show?
Ricky. Yeah, that's his name in the show too.
Okay, this is when Ricky begins his transition. This is an origin story.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Of all the people in the world to save my life, why did it have to be Derek Taylor?
You become a woman for me. And he has his way with him at the end of it.
Oh yes.
I don't like where this is going. This is a dark movie. A dark show, man.
That's a beautiful story.
It's a love story. I can't tell.
Love story.
Yeah, this show is weird, man.
Yeah.
It is, but there was a lot of that I've noticed when I've gone back and watched stuff, right? Like it's this weird kind of creepy semi-sexual themed shows targeted at 10-year-olds. Like I you know what I mean?
10 to 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a little, there's a little bit of an underlying current of discomfort.
Yeah. Well, especially when you think about how many of those child actors have always like said that there was so much abuse and stuff going on around that time.
That's a good point. Yep, that's true.
They were being like sexualized on these TV shows at a young age.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of weird people out there do dumb shit.
Yes. Yeah, none of those shows with child actors ever doesn't have scandalous stories, years later that come out.
Yeah.
Going back to the Munsters and, there was always some sex, drugs, or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Abuse.
Oh. All right. Let's see what kind of shenanigans.
Yeah, let's see.
We'll see how Ricky fills his life debt. Yeah, so here it is. Here's my prediction. For the next part of the episode is that Ricky fulfills his life debt by becoming a woman, and his friend Derek's soulmate and lover till the end of time.
Till the end of time. I mean, my prediction would be the same. What other possible outcome is there?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Could Have Been a Dead Person, what you got for me? Massive rejection. You wrote for 13, Derek. I'm sorry, I did my best. There's no one left to call. No one? No one. How about Marcy Thompson? She's my date!
All right. Got a little bit wrong. Clearly, he's going to give him his woman. That's an acceptable solution. Well,
Yeah, she is definitely his to give.
yes, absolutely. And as his property, he shall bequeath his.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay.
That's fair. A life for a life.
Completely reasonable.
The size of that phone, for fuck's sake.
know.
What was that?
I said he's got money for a hooker.
I'm pretty sure there are times that come dangerously close to that in this series.
Did you watch The Toy with Richard Pryor?
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, yeah, when I was little.
Yeah, I think I saw that in the theater.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Yeah, that just kind of reminds me of this.
Yeah. I think it was kind of similar themed, yeah. Have you seen that ever since The Toy?
No, I can remember it was like a little kid who had like a military uniform, or he wore like, I mean, he looked like a little military kid or something. He kind of abused Richard Pryor, or Richard Pryor ended up teaching him some life lessons, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's just another one of those shows in the 80s like this one where all the underlying stuff that creeps me out now was lost on me, and you just wanted to be this kid because he had the coolest house and he had
tons of money and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, arcade machines. Like Richie Rich, you know, you don't.
Yeah.
That looks cool.
Yeah, didn't the toy have like robots and shit? Like,
I think it did. I think it had robots.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if there was like a side character personality robot.
No, not like that. But I mean, just like the kid had like little fucking what seemed like robots to me at the time.
Yeah,
I mean, it might have just been, you know, radio controlled cars for all I know. But they had like,
oh no,
like
Jackie
cool
Gleason was in the toy, right? Jackie Gleason was in the toy.
But who was he in the toy? Was he the father? Who was he?
I thought he was the
remember.
father. I think he was the father.
I
And
can't remember.
so what was Richard Pryor, like a butler?
No, Richard Pryor is like a man. It's like a slave, right? Like, isn't he like? I mean, not like really, but like, isn't he like he's hired to entertain the kid though, right? Like, isn't that just
what he is? He's like
he's given to him as the boy is like has like everything given to him, and he doesn't want anything. And I think they decide to give him somebody to entertain him at all times. I think that's the premise.
That is so bad. But I think it's true.
It's 100% true.
He's just entertained. The kid like demands him, right? He thinks he's funny, so the kid gets what he wants.
Yeah. I think we should watch that movie sometime.
Yeah, I'm sure Pryor teaches the kid about humility.
Oh yeah, no, it does. I mean, they become friends and all that.
Yeah, and he's the boy.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not trying to be offensive.
Yeah, it was a good faith effort.
Yeah. He spent a lot of time on his makeup and everything there.
Yeah.
They really went for it.
It's pretty convincing. Is the kid who bet Justin Bateman gonna think she's pretty and try to hit on her or make a comment?
Oh, that's definitely gonna happen.
Okay.
I think fists might be thrown.
That's right. This was the 80s.
Yeah.
Fists were required.
Fists were required. That was required gear that we had to carry around. Fists.
You don't want to be caught without your fists.
Hold still a second.
Jesus fucking Christ, what is this show?
like you and I, it's like we are the bridge generation who can watch this and realize
how messed up it is.
Yeah, but younger people will watch this in 15 years even and they just won't be able to fathom like
that this was allowed to be shown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. It'll be that foreign and offensive. And we know we definitely are aware of that. But we're able to comprehend a time when this was normal.
Oh yeah.
Not that that's a good thing. I'm just saying.
For how many of those kids though were like seeing this for the first time, like, ooh, I hope this doesn't awaken something in me. Like, what is this?
Hey, we're gonna have more kids than we thought. We better get some more refreshments. Hi, Derek.
Well, Mr. Stratton?
Hey, Derek. You got a winner.
And that's when I learned my dad wants to fuck me.
A moment in every boy's life.
Come on, gorgeous. What do you say, you and I?
Here's your moment.
Yeah.
When he gets fingered by JT or whatever this guy's name is.
What was I doing down there? I think you know.
I love a chick with spirit. What do you say you and I go outside and... I'm not that kind of girl.
Yes. Finally, ma'am, you stood up for yourself.
Yeah, that boy was taking what was rightfully his.
Oh.
And then she ruined his plans, I guess. There's so many wrong things with this. It's great.
It's awesome.
You bet. So you see, I think the answer to your question is that you don't pay a debt by compromising your self-respect. It's important to try to keep your dignity.
You're absolutely right. Thank you, Mrs. Stratton.
You're welcome, Rick.
No. The episode ending there is a fucking cock block, man. What the hell?
You know what would have made that better was if the dad didn't really know, but he started coming on to her.
Well, it was that kind of a cock block too, but that's not what I meant. I just meant like, so does he go ruin the rest of the night? Does he we don't get to see his decision.
I thought he was going to go back and punch that kid in the neck.
He just fucking picks up like a pencil or like a knife and just.
You think I owe you? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that show though.
Man,
That show is crazy.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
I want to see more.
Yeah. Read some of the plots of the other ones. I
will. Edward and Ricky share their first Christmas together with their family in need. The toy wonder. 12-year-old Wiz agrees to work for Edward if she can have Ricky for a boyfriend. That might need to be our next one, but I want to see some more.
Yeah.
Once you go home, Bob Danish. Trouble awaits Edward when Kate's old flame conveniently crashes his plane on the Stratton Island or the Stratton Estate grounds.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds good too.
It does. That seems shady.
Popcorn. Ricky pledges a cash donation from Edward without permission to finance a school field trip, only to end up having to raise the money himself.
Nah.
Junior businessman. Edward lets Ricky test his business skills as the manager of an ice cream parlor. Three's the crowd. Ricky becomes jealous when Kate shows up at that boys only ski trip. Empire Strikes Out. Ooh, Star Wars pun. It's Ricky versus grandfather over whether Kate is a suitable mate for Edward. The X Team. Kate catches Ricky and his friends watching an X-rated film on television. Oh my God. I think that has to be it, doesn't it?
Yeah. What was the other one after the Christmas episode that we thought we might do?
That was the first one, man. We got so escalated. The toy wonder. The 12-year-old Wiz agrees to work for Edward if she can have Ricky for a boyfriend. I mean, that's close.
It's good, but I think we found it. Over to the right a couple.